Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a compelling matchup here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Can. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Again, it's Mixon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now a give right side. Bonner, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. The big fella. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. 57 yards. And the Seahawks take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Well, so much for the opening drive being capped off by a field goal, CD. It's capped off by a touchdown after all, except I don't think in the manner that we were expecting.
No doubt about that, because you sent me a note earlier in the week saying you thought special teams might play a big role in this one. I don't know that you expected it this early in the game.
No, I didn't. That was a pretty impressive play, and what a way to get their first points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they've got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. After the pick six, here's Burrow again. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. From midfield now, Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a...
Now Burrow. Here's Higgins out of the right side. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Now here are the Seahawks in great shape to start their first drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Sticking with Walker on second down. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Reggie Gilliam taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure, and here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Boye Mafe. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd down and 6 now.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Walker will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Walker once more. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
57 to Mike. 57.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Reggie Gilliam ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
48 to Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
Burrow will throw.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 3rd and 2, now Burrow.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing.
And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
From 21 yards away.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
A very good starting field.
Burrow.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Burrow looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, defense, let's go. 48.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And now off to the races down the right side. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S: ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Let's go, defense. Our time.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand, the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
Set the tone, defense.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
In motion right, that's Claypool. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Edwards now on 1st and 10. He gets away from one. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
Here's the give to McIntosh.
Stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. Some strong running at the 20. And they'll bring it down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Again, it's Edwards. get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the deep.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Chase Claypool.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Into space at the 45. Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 75 yards.
And the Bengals are able to claw one back.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there. And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Looking to throw. Martin.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit, try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window, and sometimes interceptions result.
Throwing to start the drive. Rollins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Up the middle they go. Bonner. And he is good. Back to throw. Rollins.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Rollins. He finds his man. Complete. It's Stanley. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Now a handoff up the middle. Bonner. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Touchdown, Bengals! A great play there. 27 yards.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over in the sidelines all the time.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Claypool with another catch.
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw again.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's to the veteran tight end, Austin Hooper.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Operating from the gun. Klein. That is caught. It's Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Operating from the gun. Rollins.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Back to throw. Rollins. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, he'll drop to throw.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
2nd down and 3.
Back to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Rollins. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive.
To about the 33-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got Hooper on the short connection. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
19, Tiger, 19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Klein. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Klein.
Open man, completes it to Claypool.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown.
Literally. literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.